Quite by accident, I discovered that there's a way to become what I think of as an under-the-radar industry leader. I mean, you could work hard to get published in industry publications or wherever. You could work hard to get on stages in front of ideal clients. You can, really talk to friends and connections and so on, looking for referrals and introductions. I discovered a way that really circumvents a lot of this by creating what I now think of as an alchemy network. I first did this when I was 23, 24, 25. I created a group of CEOs of companies between 10 and $250 million in sales. And I was able to build these relationships with them because I had created and formed this network, whereas competitors of mine or colleagues, other consultants in the area, they couldn't believe, you got a meeting with who? You got this guy to come to your meeting? How did you do that? And they were consulting with me. I didn't have any, I didn't really know what I was doing at the time, but I did have something to offer, and they were consulting with me. They were asking me for advice on certain things, and some of them would lead to projects. The second time I did this, I did it as forming a group with colleagues, and that's been feeding my business for the last 10 years, just about. And recently I helped a client of mine start to build his own Alchemy Network, and he over several months he built it to where it's about almost 50 people in his group, and they're starting to build relationships, really get to know him, and he's already been asked to come in and have a look around doing consulting projects with him. And this is a guy, a new project for him, a new client for him is worth low 6 to low 7 figures. So there's a long sales cycle. And this is really a very powerful approach that you may really want to consider. It brings you in as what I think of as an under-the-radar industry leader. You don't have to be known to everybody. You just have to be known to anywhere from 20 to 100, maybe 150 of the right people, and you could be busy for years. So I've decided, I've been thinking about it for a long time, but I'm going to now start teaching other people how to do this. I've been doing it for myself. I've been kind of helping a client or two on it and really getting it all out of my head onto a structure and a framework. And so far it's looking good, but right now I'm looking for a handful of people who would like to work with me for 6 months in a small beta group to build this for themselves. I'm going to help you do that every step of the way. And if you think that you may qualify, I'm looking for people who you had to have already had some clients. You've got to have a service or product or service combination that has very high strategic or technical value. And you need to be an implementer. You're going to do what we talk about. I mean, it's not going to help either of us if you're not. So you got to be an implementer. You can do what we talk about and keep moving forward. If that's you, and you're not necessarily looking to become a famous celebrity type, you'd rather be the under-the-radar industry leader with the secret connections, so to speak, then book a time to talk to me on my calendar, and together we'll decide if it's a fit. And if it is, I'm excited to be working with you over the next 6 months. Dove Gordon here. Talk to you soon.